Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your timeless reading. This is Stardust Tarot. Uh, just as a little bit of information about my readings. So, my readings contain four special cards generated at the end of the reading, so after I've pulled all the cards. So, those are generated using a specific keyword. So, they aren't in this deck, and they're available at the end. So the fourth card is a secret card, so you won't hear what the keyword is until it's revealed. And I will also not interpret those cards. So those are just meant for you to take a look at, pause, and reflect on. So during the pre-shuffle, I got a thought and the mindset perspective of what should I do, or what are the next steps. So there were a few thoughts swirling around. One was I was definitely pondering. I got the sensation of pondering, thinking, where do I go from here, essentially. So you might be approaching a tough choice or situation currently, and you're definitely looking for guidance. So if that's the case, I hope this reading brings that for you. Um, but a lot of thinking, definitely thinking, kind of like David, the the sculpture of David, or the thinking man. Sorry, not David, the thinking statue, I believe by Leonardo da Vinci. Um, so deep thought, reflection. So let's see what we can come up with. All right, so all upright. So how you see them is opposite to me. I interpret them how I see them. So we have the Queen of Wands, the Soldier of Air, and the King of Water or Cups. So this card isn't in the normal Rider-Waite. This is my own personal addition to my own personal deck called the Soldier of Air here, and this is a harpy. So this is kind of uh, fighting for your logic, your thoughts, your perspective. So this is definitely a logical battle. You might be trying to think about possible arguments or pondering about arguments, how you can perhaps pose a specific question or support your ideals or beliefs. And this is in contrast, I think, to a person. So this card is right in the middle between these two. So I call them matriarchs and patriarchs in my deck. So I've chosen the rope as kind of the object to represent the King of Cups in this scenario, which is meant as an object of providing assistance or being emotionally secure and tied down, and despite the waves that might be on the ocean, they can hold their position within it and kind of go with it at the same time. And then we have the Queen of Wands, which is definitely a card about inner confidence and beliefs and self-reliance, um, and also humility to a degree as well. There might be an outward show of oneself or beliefs, maybe in an egotistical way, but it's not overly egotistical. We can't remove our ego, but here it's on display. People can see it from the outside. It's not hidden. So there's a conversation between these two, um, an issue, a perspective that needs to find resolution. I'm getting the word. Uh, I'm definitely getting the word. Oh, I can't. It's not coming to mind. It's definitely blocked, and this might be because neither of you are kind of in that mindset. Um, it's where you give up something when you're in a relationship. You know, you make sacrifices for the sake of the relationship. Because a relationship can't be commanded by a single person, obviously. Um, and we do sometimes hit points where there are impasses and we can't quite give something up, or it becomes very difficult to. And those are tests of our relationships. So there might actually be a kind of a third person here. Um, if that's not the case, I think the recommendation is to find an objective third party. So this might be someone neither of you are extremely close with, but you can count on to be fair. Um, so eliminate close friends and family if that's the case. Look for an outside perspective that will listen to both sides equally and objectively. Because clearly, I think objectivity and rationale are important. Because there's fiery passion here, and then there's emotional stability, but um, perhaps some logic might help you unravel the problem and get to what matters. Because emotions are important, and emotional intelligence should be depended upon to a certain extent, but also logic can bring us to new places. So that I think is a good step. Okay. Uh, so I'm gathering here. I'm going to also be objective. I'm not going to take a particular side for the sake of just being objective and approaching it from a meta point of view. Um, I do also want to kind of act like this middle person here, but here under the King of Cups we have the Seven of Cups. So this is my Seven of Cups. So there's choices here, and if this is a romantic relationship, um, I think it may have ended, or the feminine side is definitely thinking about ending things, or may have already, and they just haven't said anything. I think they might have been kind of flirting with the idea of ending things romantically. If that's not the case, then I think there was definitely a breakdown in communication. So this is my Eight of Wands, but it's in reverse. So something was not communicated, and it's led to the king here fantasizing and thinking like, what the heck is going on? Kind of lost in their thoughts. Things just being unclear, and then this queen is just like, okay, that's it, goodbye, kind of deal, or just accepting the fact that things have to change. There's an acceptance of change with this person, this queen here. Uh, so that's what I'm getting. There's a breakdown in communication for sure. Someone's not saying something, holding too much back. So the relationship may have been at kind of a standstill for a long time, and that could also be the problem. You know, if we don't maintain our relationships, then they will naturally end. Some aren't the case, but romantic relationships in that case will. Platonic, you can spend a lot of time apart from each other, and things can still be the same. Just depends. But this seems like uh, something may have been said as well to end things, and maybe that could be also another perspective where this queen may have ended things with this king, but this king is still attached and in La La Land, just can't let go, just caught in the fantasy of what's been going on. But he's not in reverse, so I'm not immediately heading in that direction. He's upright, so that means he is for the most part emotionally stable and is considering other perspectives, emotional states of other people. Okay, so definitely getting a romantic relationship here. All right. So this king is definitely stuck in this fantasy. Um, they're they're fantasizing about options, but also impossibility. This may or may not include other people, if I'm totally honest. Might not be just you. Um, and that's kind of it though. Maybe this person has a lot of options because Seven of Cups is options and opportunities, albeit kind of imagined ones, and then paired with the lovers on top. So that might be their conundrum. Like if this is romantic, they might be thinking, um, what is the best option? And it's a bit slow. It's slow, but I don't see anything that would have caused an issue, or hurt besides what was not said. And I think this is the source of the pain. Um, and maybe that's it. If this relationship didn't work out, like this is I'm getting past energies here. If this didn't work out, um, I think there was communication, but it wasn't kind of what might have been the great, like the good news. Let's say good news, but it's the news that will push you in the right direction. So this is my Three of Swords, typically with like the heart, um, but it's in reverse. So this is like in healing after a hurt, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are going in the right direction. So you may be thinking, like, if this was a breakup, you might be thinking, what happened? What did I do wrong? Um, what can I do? The wheel is here, so this is kind of a clock tower to me, and there's gargoyles down below, kind of protecting the the future. And that's kind of what gargoyles do. Um, Wherever they're stationed, they're meant to serve as protectors, and are kind of like immortal. They sit there and just watch and wait. Um, so I think things are heading in the proper direction, despite how it might feel right now. I think things are going how they should be, and this seems okay. No, like none of the court cards are in reverse here, so I think this reached its natural conclusion. Um, so that's what I gather from the reading so far. So next, what I'll do is pull up those generated cards. So you can take a moment right now to check out what those are. So I'll read them out now and then give you a moment to pause and then check for timestamps. Okay, so the first card is Knight. The second card is Food. The third card is Aspect. And the fourth card is the secret card at the very end. So pause now and pick your timestamp. I will show them now. So this is Knight, Food, Aspect, definition. That's the secret card definition. All right, so thanks for watching there, Gemini. Like, share, and subscribe. I do have a Ko-Fi channel where you can download those cards. It's just a $5 membership per month. So if that interests you, just check out the description. All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.